I'm content, yes. I'm content for today. We get back to work tomorrow. But good day, good results. Again, this league is about, for me, it's about building on past results and building momentum. And for us, we've had a great stretch over the last 6 games, I think, or so, minus the home opener. We're all disappointed, but we're building wins. We're compiling some momentum, and we're progressing as a team. So all positives.
Greg, after last week's win, there was, we need to learn how to play 90 minutes. We need to learn how to win at home. Is this the game that you guys have kind of been building towards and waiting for?
Yeah, I think we we took a step forward. Would I say it was perfect for us? No, but I think we took a step forward as a group again today. I thought of the things that we should clean up a little bit. I thought we were a little bit deep defensively. We weren't opposing the ball high enough up the field, and so they were able to do some of the things they want to do, which is put balls into the mixer and put balls into the box. And we had to contest a fair number of balls in our box that I thought if we could get pressure a little higher, we might not have to do that. But all in all, I thought it was a great work. Great effort by everybody. Good performance with the ball, and we created a lot of chances. I thought Sebastian is always electrifying when he gets on the ball, especially on the break. And so we found some good moments. It's unfortunate maybe we didn't pick up another one. I would say the most disappointing part of the day was giving up another goal immediately after we scored. That's for me something that we have to take more pride in, and it happened again to us today, even though we've talked about it over and over. And it's just that mental lapse. And for those 5 minutes or so after goals, we gave up one. I thought we were on the way to making it a fairly comfortable day until we gave that one up, and then I thought that brought them into the game a little bit.
Greg, San Jose seems to lay this team undone by Jovinko. Is this what you expected from him? Did you think he would be as dominant as he has been? He's had a hand in a huge number of your goals.
Yes, based off of what we knew of him as a player, we thought we would see a lot of what we're seeing. And I think I've been saying since preseason, since we actually saw him in preseason and some of the things that he was doing in training camp, that we knew he was capable of some electrifying things. And I just think we keep finding him more now than I thought we did at the beginning of the year. I think we are more recognition of where he is, which is bringing him into the game more and allowing him more opportunities to have those moments. But he's incredibly hard to get a hold of. He's so quick. He finds gaps. He gets isolated in one-on-one, and then you're in big trouble. If you get 2 people or 3 people around him, then Michael's coming through a gap. So I think it's, as we continue to progress as a team, it's all those guys working together and everybody working together essentially to also help free him up and allow him his moments. I was disappointed for him today that he didn't get a goal, because he definitely deserved one.
How did the pitch play after the rain?
What's that?
How did the pitch hold up to the rain?
I thought it was great. I thought it was quick, which we like. We like to get the ball moving, and I know for sure Sebastian, Michael, and the rest of the guys, they like the ball moving quickly, and I think it softened it up a little bit. So they were pleased. The water drained nicely. There wasn't anything obviously standing. So as long as that's the case, then we're good with it.
Coach, you got the balls from the like ways of sources. How do you feel now in terms of your offense and in terms of your comfort zone?
Yeah, good. I was actually, one of the questions I got before the game is, Sebastian seems to be the guy who scores the vast majority of the goals. Are you concerned? Are you going to get goals from somewhere else? I will tell you with all candidness, I told Warren that before this game, I thought he was going to score today. And then before the match, when I was speaking with the reporters, I said, I think Luke is going to score today. He's due. So I didn't call it, but I'll say I called it. But it was good. It's the collective group is putting in the work. When you have Sebastian, he's going to set up people. He's going to give people opportunities. Also had an opportunity at the end as well. He's going to also help set up opportunities for people. Michael's running is going to also create opportunities for people. And it's just about guys getting into good spots, and they'll have opportunities. And the guys took them very well today, and credit to them, because I think there's a lot of guys on our team who can score goals. It's just about getting balls into good spots and giving them the chance.
Based on today's performance, if I asked you perhaps to gauge the dangerousness of your side, what percentage would you say that this would be in terms of the potential overall?
Tough to say, just because Josie wasn't even on the field, right? So if you add some of Josie's capabilities, obviously Luke, I thought, had a very good day. He was excellent in holding up the ball and bringing in. So you add, what Luke brings, you add what Josie brings. I think we're getting closer. I thought we had times in the game where we could have gotten a hold of the match a little bit more, where they had some balls we didn't secure, second balls or balls that they gave to us. We gave right back to them a few times, especially early in the second half. So I think in terms of dangerous, I think we're getting there. In terms of controlling games, especially at home, I think we still need to take a couple steps forward in that.
Bendick was on the bench tonight, and he played 30 minutes in midweek.
Yeah.
So presumably he's healthy enough to play. Does this mean that Knock is your number one?
Joe's getting there. I wouldn't say, he played the 30 minutes the other day. The day before that in training, he trained hard, but he was gassed a little bit. So, for the goalkeeper position, for me, it's concentration over 90 minutes. It's making sure you're locked in. You have whatever energy and reserves you need to make plays. So right now, I would say Joe's not 100% ready. At the same time, I think Chris has been fantastic. The team's on a roll with Chris. So, when Joe is 100% healthy, we'll have to figure all that out at that point. But I think Chris has done everything we've asked of him so far. So we'll see. I don't think there's a controversy. I think there's a nice competition between the two of them. They're supportive of each other, and as long as the team is winning, then we're in good shape.
Does he have a ladder of a Haglund again?
Yeah, I think Eric, I think, has done very well in the matches he's had. His positioning is very good. I think he solves problems with it and thinking a little bit, and I think Nick at times gets to solving problems with his physicality. And I think sometimes with big forwards, that's a challenge for Nick because he always wants to out physical that forward. Whereas Eric will take up position, he'll read things, he'll cut things out, and so they're two different guys. They actually complement each other very well, as we saw in the Man City match. But they look at things or they approach things a little bit differently. So we just we're looking at the situation. I thought Eric was excellent today again. I thought he had some great positions. He won some good balls in the air on crosses, and he snuffed out a couple of counterattacks because he kept his feet moving. So I thought he was excellent. I think, again, competition is good, and the two of those guys, they've known each other for a long time. They used to play together in the old summer days while they were in college. So they're friends, competitors, and they're fighting for time as well. And with Damien, we'll have to manage some of his time over the course of a year, I'm sure, as well. So it's good to have at least three guys that we can count on.
The system seems to have kind of settled in a little bit with the players, and you see it on the pitch. Do you think this is more of what you envisioned earlier on in the year starting to take hold of the team?
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is the system we're most comfortable in, and I thought that from opening day when we played Vancouver, where I thought we had our challenges after the Vancouver match. Was just our defensive aggressiveness sometimes, where our outside backs were moving forward when they needed to be dropping off and gaining a little bit of time and allowing the midfielders to help us defend, and we were getting caught moving forward and balls played in behind us. So for me, we went through a stretch where we played the diamond and we were, again, not defending. The defending mentality was a little off in transition. We then went to a flat four to protect ourselves, where we were a little bit more drop, keep things in front of you. And then I think we developed the right mentality, and then we went back to the diamond because that's what we're most comfortable in terms of playing, in terms of keeping possession, creating chances, all that kind of stuff. I didn't think we were as comfortable in a flat four with the ball. We were fairly comfortable in terms of defensively, but we weren't as good with the ball. So I think now we found a good balance between our mentality and our shape, both in attack and defense. And now it's for us to progress in the details and move forward as a group on both sides of the ball.
Greg, based on the field condition, do you think your team will go better now? Based on you had some positive in thinking more would score today and stuff. But based on the rain delay, do you think you're looking about your team today?
Yeah, I mean, I think I saw what some things that I thought maybe we would see or we've been pushing towards, and I thought maybe it would come out a game or two before this at home. And today some of those things came out. So in terms of knowing ourselves, I think I have a good sense of us now. It's a good feeling when for example, in training, when you can drop the ball out and not say too much to the guys, and they immediately start working within the system and all the things that you've been training, you don't have to say too much. They just go move right into it and they start playing it. And then you know you have a foundation established, and I think that's where we are now, is we have a good foundation established. And from here, we can add some more details to it and add some details in terms of sharpness and things like that to continue to get better and progress. So we have a lot of work to do still. For us, it's to not only get into playoffs, but to be a team that can be a contender, because we have that kind of ability in this roster. So, but we have a lot of work to do still.
Are teams focusing on Javinko any differently? Are they defending him differently? Are they trying different things? How do you stop a player like him?
I don't know. They talk about it, but then you get out and you actually see what it's really like to try to stop him or to try to deal with him, because it's one thing to see something on tape and then assume you have a plan to deal with him, and then he's a type of player who can alter within the system. He can see that where space is. He can see, well, I'll drift outside because that's where I'm going to go. And so you can set up to have a plan, but I think in the end it's a lot easier said than done, because he's very crafty and he's a lot quicker than maybe people give him credit for. And he's actually strong for a guy who's of his stature. He is very good at being able to hold up the ball, accept a little bit of pressure, and still make things happen. So I think teams will continue to try to figure out how to slow him down. It's up to us as a collective group and Sebastian to continue to create ways that where he can be effective, and I think that will be the case.
Do you have multiple versions of that shirt, or have you not watched it?
Listen, if I had multiple versions, it wouldn't be the lucky shirt, would it? Right? You have to go back to the same one. I apologize, but I wash it every week. I wash it. I do wash it. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.